find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Set, ready, black, 95.
No chance. Slam, slam, slam. Hey, check 20.
Ultra, ultra.
Check 99. Check 99. Check
Ultra. Go ultra. Ready, go.
Right back to Sanders on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go. Here we go. 50, green.
turnover. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Steal, black.
33. I got you, punk. 36. 36. Tighten up.
On the ball. On the ball.
On play action, Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Check 31. Check 31.
Shovel, 38. Hut.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
48. Mike 48. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 48.
Throwing now is Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Well, they moved the ball well there on the opening series. Running game was in sync. They were knocking on the doorstep, but ultimately, Charles, they'll have to settle for the field goal.
But they certainly were moving it well and give this defense a ton of credit. Finally dug their heels in and forced the field goal. That's wondered in his game partner. Will this offense look back at this drive and think to themselves, if we'd gotten 6, we'd be in a better spot.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Record. Warrior 70. Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Here we go.
Herbert on 1st down now.
Defense wins championships, baby.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike. Dragon 60. Go. Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Herbert now. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh. Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Strip the ball. 19 tight, 19 tight. Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11.
3rd and 2, Herbert. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? Is biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
At all costs. Check 48's the mic. Check 48.
Ready.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this one is incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Here we go. Set.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Cut. Go.
Now a carry for Sanders, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Fury. Yellow.
We got 4 down. 48.
From the gun, it's Lance. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst.
Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Check Mike 11, check Mike 11. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Check Mike 11. Coming to you, coming to you. Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the 49ers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 59 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Play action. Now it's Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Whip, whip.
22 needle.
Watch the whip. Switch. Check your hop read.
Ready, go.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Here's Lance to throw it. Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Quarterback, don't get nervous.
43 rail.
Begin to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Pick the edge.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Miles Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Niners 17, Beats nothing.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
60 Bobcat. Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Not here.
Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10, 46-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Let's get the ball. Hey, check Mike.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Herbert, high throw, but he makes the catch. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. Herbert operating from the red zone. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Tight right here. Tight on the right. Tight on the right. We got three down. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. What we got? Kill. 70 Timberwolf.
They'll try to run this one in, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Beats get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Black shot.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down is Lance. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert finds his tight end Ingram. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
SOS. Check 9, check 9.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Right back to him on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
I got him. Hey, check Mike. Watch 85.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Strong. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
I'm on. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. You.
To throw, it's Lance. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
Tyson Campbell up to make the stop.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Check four.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Rolling to his left. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift.
Ready.
They'll run with Sanders. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
48. 48's the mic. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Ready. Go.
Now a play fake. Lance out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Come on, switch it. Out. Check. Crunch.
Go pick.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Go red.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
Mike, check 33.
Zoom.
They'll
Black.
bring a receiver in motion right.
Black Ultra. Hey,
They'll send a
move.
receiver in motion to the left.
Stay. Hut.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law.
43.
Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Here we go. Shift. Watch the shift.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go now. Black 40.
Focus, defense, focus. Watch tight. Tight end right. 3 down. Check 30.
Spike 60.
37. Check. Lucky. Shift. Switch. Hey, alert 3.
Hut.
Going for it with Sanders. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
Clause 10.
Lance now on first down. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Niners look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for two.
Lance going to try to throw for this. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
The score, Niners 26, Beats 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. 43 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Niners are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A give running left. It's Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Set, hut, 50, green.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Go.
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Ready, set.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Watch the pass. Mike, check 33. 33.
Set, hut.
Now Sanders, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Here we go.
All
set.
runs on this
60
drive
red.
so far.
60
It's
red.
1st and 10.
Mike 8. Mike 8. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go. Safe.
Jet, jet.
No. Off.
Ready,
They're
ready.
going to run the sweep. It's Samuel.
Chad Muma brings him down on that one defensively.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Come on.
Second
set.
and 6.
33.
No,
Yellow.
scratch that. Second and 7.
Double up.
Ready, go.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's got this down to the 35.
143 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Okay, ready?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mike, check 33.
Sand.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Here we go. Yellow, 22.
Right here. Kill.
Hut, hut.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And past the 30 down to about the 27. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Ready,
A
ready.
couple extra tight
45.
ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Ready, go.
On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the 49ers, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7, and they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Las Vegas Raiders now on the clock. The Las Vegas Raiders are on the clock. Now on the clock, it's the Las Vegas Raiders. The Miami Dolphins now on the clock. The Denver Broncos are now on the clock. The Tennessee Titans are now on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Denver Broncos.